Hello students, so let's start with the societal impact part 2. Part 1 has covered in previous video. So first start with the cyber crime. What is a cyber crime? A cyber crime is a criminal offense actually. It involves use of electronic communication and information system including electronic devices, computer through internet. Okay, it covers all the crimes like phishing, credit card fraud, illegal downloading, uh, bullying, cyber stalking, cyber terrorism, distribution of viruses, spam, etc. And there are two type of there you can see there are three type of cyber crime that you can see. Computer is the target of the attack where they target the computer to attack like bank sites, etc. And the denial of service attacks. Denial of service attack is the attack actually through which someone hack the computer or change the password, and when genuine user want to log in to that password, that computer will deny that. And the identity theft, that also comes under cybercrime. The next is the hacking. Hacking is the process to gain unauthorized access of any computing or mobile devices, and this happens through cracking the password or codes of that system. So there are two type of actually hackers, that is known as the hacker and cracker. Cracker used to break the security computer system to gain something, to you can say that malicious purpose, which we can destroy data, which we, which can tap the identity, tap the money, etc. And hackers are the actually ethical hackers, which only use to hack the computers to learn something or explore something. Mainly three type of hackers, that is the black hat hackers, white hat hackers, and gray hat hackers. Black hat hackers are totally crackers, which use their computing skills to resorting to malicious and destructive activities, and they use their knowledge to gain knowledge for the personal gains, and they hurt others. While white hat hackers are the individuals which having the skills of uh, hacking, and they use for their knowledge purpose, and they do not hurt others, and they do not theft the data. They just use to for benefit of their company or learning purpose. Gray hat hackers are the mix of these purpose, black and white hackers. They include both qualities, so you can say that these are gray hat hackers. For hacking, they use the process of footprinting, scanning, gaining, maintaining SSS. Footprinting is the they find the info about the websites, etc. through whose lookup. Through whose lookup they can find, then they can find NS lookup. You can see here how to they find the information about the website, like whose lookup you can see here, like any website you can find that who is hosting. Okay, so you can see that they go this type of websites and find the info about websites, like if you can search any domain, like I'm searching our school domain like apsudhampur.org, and you can find the huge information about the website. So some websites restrict the information, some website not restrict the information. You can see the information whose record is there here. You can find if they had opened, then they can find some websites keep their data open, and due to lack of knowledge and the malicious purpose can use this data. Okay, so this website don't have the huge record, but you can say that NS value which we you can see here. I am talking about the NS lookup and IP lookup. You can see here NS lookup and IP. You can find the website IP address here, and you can find the NS address. That is known as the name server. NS means name server. Okay, so you can find the name server and IP address. Some website has opened their record also, who is the owner and so phone number and email address details, etc. But some websites do the restriction, so you cannot. You can see here the hosting provider of the pstamp.org. So what they do to find these data, and they try to penetrate website through these data. Okay, scanning, port scanning, they do the port scanning, networking scanning, gaining access, try to gain the password and attack. Social engineering, they try to find the details about info about any person or website through social websites. They try to send the viruses through which they can hack. And maintaining SS OS operating system backdoors entry, some hackers try to do the backdoor entry through operating system trojan, etc. What skills the ethical hacker need? Following are the ethical hackers need the skills like Microsoft, Linux, network protocols, firewalls, project management, routers, mainframes, etc. They must have these the skills for gaining the knowledge about the hacking. And there are many institutions who provide the ethical hacking as a professional course in big cities like Chandigarh, Pune, and Delhi. And these courses are from 1 year to 3 years, and they are useful. What do hackers do after hacking? What they do? They clear logs and hide themselves. Install rootkit. These process they can do, and they so that if someone try to find, they unable to find. Install denial of service program. Denial of service programs are those programs like every time you log into your computer and they allow to log in, but if they install the denial of service program, you will unable to log in. Okay, because it is a control of the hackers. It is in the control of the hackers. How to prevent hacking? Downloading software from authorized website. Always download from authorized website. Do not download from unauthorized websites. What the people do, research something free on internet to find and download it, like free movies, free games, etc. There are many things, and hackers use these things, use the data to obtain, to gain the information, and they try to hack it. Okay, scan all type of hard drive before running. Keep the original antivirus and always keep updating that antivirus, and keep scan every time, at least weekly, to your computers. Okay, abstain from keeping easy password. Always keep hard password, that will the combination of capital alphabet, small alphabet, symbols, and numeric values, and that must be minimum 8 to 10 digit. Okay, and keep changing this also after every 1 month. Never store or share your login information in your computer. Always note somewhere else, but do not store in your computers. Many people, they do store their net banking and other passwords, etc. in their computer, but sometime your computer will be compromised and you will lose everything. Okay, do not click on random email attachments. If Do not use any phishing email attachments. Okay, they may contain the trojan, etc. So if you know the source of the email, that then you can open. If you do not know the source of the email, just ignore it and delete it. The next topic is the phishing. Phishing is the actually just like a normal phishing. In normal phishing, what they do, they use to grab the attention of fish, to use the something to feeding material, just like a chara, etc. to catch the fish. So that type of fishing is a cyber attack, that where hackers try to give some materials, like you have won the lottery, you have lost something money, etc., and try to gain your information, like you submit your name, Aadhaar card, PAN card, etc. They want to get, they take gain in game, they try to gain information like account number, username, password, etc., and they later they will use that for malicious purpose. Okay, so that process is known as the phishing. How to prevent phishing? Always check the spelling of the URL before click. If the hackers send the phishing emails, always check the where what is the URL. Is it correct URL or is it wrong URL? Watch out URL directs. When you click on that URL, is it redirecting to correct website or it is redirecting to identical duplicate website? Okay. So, if receive any email from the that seems suspicious, contact the source with new email rather than just hitting reply. Sometimes what they do, people is they send that I am from so and so. I'm from Snapdeal and you have won some amount and just click on this. So what you do, don't open this type of attachment. Just write again an email to original Snapdeal email, help email, and find that is it right or wrong. Okay, so don't be in trap. uh, don't post personal data like your birthday, vacation plans, or your address or phone number publicly on social media. Okay, so this is how you can prevent your phishing. Okay, so next is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is just like a normal bullying where we do normal when people do normal life. Just cyberbullying done on the internet where someone do bullying on social media websites, etc. So it is the process to use the technology to harass, threat someone and humiliate someone. So uh, in cyberbullying, there are they differ from person to person. That is the more difficult to recognize bullying conduct via text or online medium. More relentless, cyberbullying does not end at school and can reach at the child home. Okay, so different type of cyberbullying, that is doxing, harassment, impersonation, cyber stalking. Doxing means writing something about writing someone personal information on internet, social media, or websites to humiliate or defame or harass the victim. And harassment means to writing the threatening messages, hurtful messages online or sending them directly through social media, etc. That comes under harassment. Impersonation means to become someone become like you, like if you are a famous or someone famous and someone create the same if name account, different account with the same name, and uploaded their photo on that fake account and write something uh, uh, illegal on their websites or on their social media account. So that comes under impersonation. And the cyber stalking is monitoring someone online activities is known as the cyber stalking. Okay, how to prevent cyberbullying? uh, be aware about the your child activities. It's a cyberbullying prevention for the children. And watch the activities of the children, how your children behaving, having the behavior about the and then you can guess the it is someone is bullying him in cyber activities. So what are the activities you can watch? That you refused to allow to see what they are doing online. Avoidance of discussing what they are doing online. The child who are avoiding to discuss what they are doing online daily. Sudden unexplained increase or decrease online activities of your child. Deactivating social media account. Emotional responses. So these are the things through which you can find that your child is someone is bullying your child in online space. There is a law comes for these type of crimes, cyber crimes. And every police station having the cyber cell department where anyone can report, and the report can be recorded under the cyber law. And this cyber law has this act, that is the Information Technology Act 2000. And in this cyber in this act there are many complaints you can do, and there are many punishment here explained, that is the offense and penalty. You can see that there are different published offenses and penalties here. Okay, so you can say that failure to maintain a record imprisonment up to 3 years, refusal to comply with the orders imprisonment up to 3 years, and 2 lakh fine, publishing images containing sexual acts etc. imprisonment of 7 years, fine up to rupees 10 lakh. So these are the offense and penalty. There are more offenses, and the here section has written. And the next topic is the e-waste, that is the electronic waste. What we electronic waste actually is the waste which created created through our electronic devices, which comes our like computer, mobile, electronic peripherals etc. When we use and when it's uh, after old it becomes useless, what we do is just throw it, and that's become the e-waste hazards. And what it do with the environment with these e-waste hazards, that is acidification of soils, air pollution, pollution of groundwater, landfills with lead and heavy metals. And human health, its effect is the lung cancer, DNA damage, asthmatic bronchitis, and chronic damage to the brain etc. Awareness of health concern related to the use of technology. Physical problems of using the technology is the repetitive strain injury, carpal tunnel syndrome, computer vision syndrome, eyes problems maybe, and radiation, sleeping disorders, and decrease the productivity, loss of attention and stress. So these are things happen. So that's all for social impacts. This lesson has completed, and this lesson has the weightage of 10 marks. So just read about it. If you have any question, you can ask in the online classes. That's all for today.